What's good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? JDaisy here with the JDaisy Gaming Channel. Here with, what, the 6th, 7th, 8th Sunday podcast in a row? That probably makes us one of our closest, longest running series. And I think, uh, I think we may be taking a little bit of a different direction with it. Just because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Well, I have some ideas of stuff we can talk about. It's just I don't know how interesting it would be to other people. So I am thinking that this may become bi-weekly or just a every once in a while thing. It will not be every week, is what I'm trying to get at. Just because I don't want to, waste anyone's time sitting here talking about stuff that you guys really don't care about. Um, so therefore, I think we'll just move to a um, on-call basis. It is not going away. Let me make sure that is very clear. It is not going away. Um, we're just gonna I think what the channel we're gonna do is that the only videos that will ever come out on Sundays will be the podcast if we decide to do a podcast that week. But it will not be every week. But it'll be the only video that comes out Sunday. Looking at my calendar, I also seem to not put out videos on Saturdays. That's just because I work almost always on Saturdays. So it's just a matter of that. For the next like 3 weeks, I'm booked solid, but I think due to the Batman Telltale series game we're playing right now that I'm going to jump into right after this, we have more than enough footage to keep the channel, regular videos coming out for the next foreseeable future. And I just found out that the Batman Telltale games have a DLC coming out, so hopefully we can try and finish in the series to the point that we can play the DLC when it comes out right away. And not have to wait forever. I'm really happy with the responses those videos are getting. I kind of saw the Achievement Hunters play. They played the Telltales, except for the Game of Thrones, which I have watched. I think I watched like the first season of Game of Thrones, and that was about it. I was watching it with a group of people, and I had class or something where I had to leave, and they just continued watching. So I never actually got to get into it more than the first couple episodes. But watching them play that, I was like, wow, this is a really cool game. I've never really watched any of these. That's a really kind of neat art style. I'm not the biggest fan of quick time events, but maybe it's worth a try. And as you saw, we're trying it with the channel. We have 3 more. We'll be starting chapter 3 here, and there's 5 chapters in total. So we're about halfway there. And I'm very happy with the response that is getting. It's doing really well. The channel's still picking up steam. We're still steadily climbing. As any person trying to start a business or YouTube channel or anything really, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. I think the next step, I kind of tentatively want to try and get more gameplay videos out, just purely gameplay and more humor to them, as opposed to the reviews. The reviews will never go away. That's kind of the cornerstone of the channel, or first looks at games and reviews. But I think maybe getting some more humor in the channel will be good. We're always looking for sponsorship opportunities, and I think we have a sponsored video that will be coming in the somewhat near future, depending on when the certain items get here. So I'm very excited for that. Also have feelers out for other options. So the channel is still growing, is what I'm getting at. And we are still learning and still experiencing new things. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, always leave them down in the comment box or in any of the social medias, because it helps me grow as a content creator, helps you get better content, and just helps the community become stronger. And that's really what I'd like this to become eventually, is a kind of a community type thing. I've always been envious of Markiplier's community and stuff like that. The Achievement Hunter community, having gone to just going to RTX, and seeing how large that community is, it's just amazing. And I think anyone that gets on YouTube or into the entertainment business would tell you that that's what they ultimately hope, is they hope that they become to a level that people enjoy seeing them. People give a little bit of recognition because they get enjoyment out of what you do. I get very much enjoyment out of this. I've always said that this is a part therapy session for me. being able to just talk freely, share my experiences and my love for video games with you guys. Video games are still to this day a major passion of mine. I don't think a day goes by where I don't open up Steam, check out the store, check out my games, all that kind of stuff. And so it's very therapeutical to share that love with you guys and get the feedback I get. There's always room for more feedback, so if you ever have it, please let me know. But it's really great. I love this. This is a great hobby. I wish someday it would become a full career or something. But right now it is just a great hobby, and I love it so much. It gives me an excuse to play more video games, which I never need an excuse for because I play enough as it is. Man, there's not a whole lot coming up here soon. I'm really excited for Shadow of Mordor 2 that comes out in August. Or is it? I thought it was September. Huh, I might have to look into that. I have it written down as August 22nd, but I would have sworn it was in September. Maybe it got pushed back, or maybe I just have it written down wrong. But that's about the only game I'm really excited for this year. I mean, Assassin's Creed Origin looks good, but it looks like the same level as all Assassin's Creed games to me. A level of excitement, but nothing like groundbreaking is going to happen. But as far as games go, they're just trying to the review series is just trying to work through some of the back catalog, while working through some of the new stuff. There's a new game, was it Kingdoms and Castles or something like that I played a little bit. That's been pretty fun. Obviously, you're seeing Turmoil now in the background. That the review for that went up. Met with nice reception, typical reception anymore. That's a fun little game that I just stumbled across during the Steam sale that I didn't really expect to find. I'd seen a few other people play it, but never tried it myself, and I was surprised at how fun a little game like this can be. There will be a video going up here on the 25th. That is in support of Boogie2988. If you know him, Steve, as his real name, I'm 98% sure. There'll be a video going up for him on that day. He's going to go through some medical stuff, and just wanted to send a shout out to let him know that the channel, we're thinking of him. Boogie is one of the people, along with Neebs Gaming and the Achievement Hunters, Nerd Cubed, Max Corner. Those are all kind of my inspiration to get into this. Boogie was kind of the more emotional side to the ability to help talk about personal stuff, to get personal with an audience you'll never know more than a handful of. We haven't really started that, but that's because I've been trying to work a base core group of followers before we get too into me, because that I have slight anxiety issues, or I just don't understand why any of you are listening to me at all, let alone would want to hear about my problems. I'm from the Midwest, so you take your problems, you shove them really, really, really deep down, and then you fill up that hole with drinks. And that's kind of, I don't drink that much, but unless you count Dr. Pepper, in which case I drink a lot of. But so I've never been good at sharing those feelings. My therapist could have told you that. But someday I plan on doing a Draw My Life video sooner than later. We've already done a test run of it, and it went horribly. So now we just need to do a real version and get that out. Yeah, I don't know what else we're going to talk about for the next 10 minutes. Huh. Really kind of... Yeah, see, that's the problem with these podcast things. You know, they work really well with 2 people, or 3 people, or 5 people, like Neebs Gaming does, or the Achievement Hunters do, because then you can bounce ideas off each other and talk and banter, and I would like to get into that kind of stuff with some of my roommates or friends like that. It's just a matter of trying to get mixers and stuff and different audio lines leveled, is where I'm gonna personally run into a problem. That's another thing that's kind of on the back burner of trying to figure out. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do for the channel. The channel is nowhere near being dead. There are some days I think about just ending it all and being done. Obviously we haven't yet. We're finally picking up steam. We finally just got off our suspension with AdSense, so that's awesome. That little kerfuffle we had of that, I'm still not 100% sure what that was all about. But that was cool. That's cool that we're off it. Hopefully whatever happened, whatever I fucked up or they fucked up, doesn't happen again, so we can stay on good terms. I like being on good terms with them. Like I said, this next week I'll be working a lot, but there's so many videos back cataloged. I think we'll be fine. Um, it so won't affect you guys, but that's just because everyone's just taking their vacation time. So me as a part timer have to fill in where they aren't. So it's just a matter of doing that, and pulling my weight, and it's been pretty miserable here. If you're anywhere in the Midwest and or fucking anywhere in the country, it's hot as hell right now. Um, where I am, it's been about a 90s, high 90s, all week with like a heat index of like 117 or so, because of the humidity and stuff. And it just I get very, 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 very irritable in the heat. I don't do well in heat. I'm great in the cold. I love being cold. Can't stand being hot though. It's gotten some days are better than others, but our little LLVs, as they're called, long life vehicles. All they are fancy ovens on wheels, as we like to call them. But yeah, so everyone's just taking vacation, which means I gotta work a lot more, which is fine in the sense that it helps pay for all the video games and stuff like that, and it helps pay the credit cards and all that good jazz. But it also sucks because it takes away from being able to record with you guys. Every day I get off, I obviously record. Some days I've been streaming, which has been a lot of fun. I'm either doing that or networking, trying to get sponsorships, trying to talk to developers, stuff like that. Trying to talk to other YouTubers and get collabs going. So it's just a matter of that gets shortened. But with the Telltale series, we've been able to have a nice little buffer. Thank God, to have space to do that, to be able to do this, and not have to jeopardize coming out with regular content. They say one of the most important things as a YouTuber or anyone trying to be in the entertainment biz is making sure your audience has a regular schedule of what stuff. And I wouldn't say my stuff is regular, but you can almost always expect 2 to 3 videos a week. Obviously, with pushing this to an on-call basis, will be something different. But I think we'll be alright with the Telltale stuff, and there's plenty of review stuff, and I think it will be just fine. But just to keep in mind, things that are, will be coming up, since we're kind of doing a bookkeeping kind of episode here. Expect a Draw My Life video. That'll probably be one of my most heavily edited videos, most time-consuming videos. It's already welling up to that because I've already done one test run of it, didn't like it. I could have put it out, but I just didn't. I wasn't proud of it. Every video I have some level of pride. Some more than others, obviously. Some videos are more time consuming. Some videos I feel I say better comments or whatever than other videos. But this video, I feel like there's got to be a lot to it because it is me, and a lot of people will watch it, I hope. So expect one of those. Always expect reviews going up. Telltale series, we will finish that game. I promise we would. Whenever Shadow of War comes out, I really hope to either stream a lot of that or just do playthroughs of a lot of that. Hopefully do better at it than Prey. Prey, I kind of had the same idea, and we kind of fell off Prey. Prey was, I wouldn't say I was overly hyped for it. I was excited for it. It looked interesting. It just didn't have enough there to keep me going. And hopefully Shadow of War does. I finished the first one and loved it. So hopefully the second one here is great and offers a lot of potential. But other than that, I mean, just keeping those kind of things coming. Perhaps we can get a Sunday podcast type thing if we can get better mics and more mics and mixers and all that stuff with other people. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Maybe get some collabs going. Some product reviews are going to be coming, and hopefully some sponsored content would be great to help offset some of these games and recording stuff and all that good jazz. But that is for me to worry and for you guys to enjoy. As the channel's mini slogan has been, let me blow my money so you can save yours. As always, we're all in this one together, guys. I will gladly see you in the next video, the next podcast, whenever it comes up. But I promise, we're not done yet. As long as YouTube doesn't kick me off and my web doesn't get throttled because of net neutrality, we're all in this one together, guys. I will gladly see you in the next one.